You'll often hear people speculating about the exact identity of the Antichrist today. In fact, throughout history, it's almost been a pastime for Christians to speculate on the exact identity of the Antichrist. And again, because people tend to view prophecy through the lens of current events, almost every unpopular political or religious leader for centuries has been touted as a potential candidate. As this series is being made in 2014, Barack Obama is doing incredibly unpopular things in the United States, and so the latest fad is to pin the tag on him. But before him, Bill Clinton was tagged as the Antichrist. In fact, most Democrat presidents are given the title at some point. Henry Kissinger had it for a while. Mikhail Gorbachev did too. Hitler and Stalin were obvious candidates. Napoleon, Bill Gates, Prince Charles, Prince William, Jacques Chirac. The list is almost endless. We have to lift ourselves above the clamour and sensationalistic noise and become a little more far-sighted than that. Barack Obama is a bad president, to be sure. There may even be good cause to call him an antichrist by the biblical definition as one who denies the Son, but he is not the Antichrist, just as Clinton and Kissinger and the rest weren't. We can't keep crying wolf every time an unpopular leader comes along like this, because it discredits the truth that the Antichrist is coming. A similar thing happens when people try to set dates for Jesus Christ's return. When the date comes and goes without incident, it discredits the truth that Jesus Christ is coming. God has clearly set out the circumstances under which the Antichrist will arise, and we know that those circumstances have not yet arrived. We don't have a truly global system of governance yet. We're getting there slowly, but not yet. The third temple hasn't been built yet either, or even commissioned. Indeed, a lot of prophecy needs to find fulfillment before we'll know who he is. Yes, many little antichrists will come before that point, and already many of them have come and gone. Adolf Hitler was probably the closest to the end-time antichrist that we've seen so far. We'll see many more in the future too, but quite scarily, none of them compare to the one to come, the one who is the embodiment of Satan himself. During the Antichrist's 42-month reign, when his power and authority will be absolute, God will expect his followers to persevere once again, saying, "Anyone who is destined for prison will be taken to prison. Anyone destined to die by the sword will die by the sword." This means that God's holy people must endure persecution patiently and remain faithful. So again we see that God won't necessarily spare all his followers this persecution. Some people are destined to suffer and die for him. The 144,000 are safe in the wilderness, but those who are left behind will have to count the cost. Dietrich Bonhoeffer once said that when Christ calls a man, he bids him come and die. This is clearly a message that we get from Revelation. God is looking for men and women who did not love their lives so much that they were afraid to die. When Jesus told us that godless people would do to us what they had done to him, we must take that promise seriously. Many will be forced to walk that road behind their Saviour and die just as he died, at the hands of their enemies. However, the Bible reminds us that to retain the faith even in the face of that prospect is to be considered victorious in God's eyes, and there will be great rewards for such bravery. If you cling to your life, you will lose it, but if you let your life go, you will save it.